world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's good!
And homeward to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell, deep right center field, carrying, and it's gone.
That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over on a line shot.
I can't believe my eyes.
Welcome, XBL, to another edition of Match of the Week. My name is Spliff Star. I'm here with my good friend and rival, Mist. Mist, how's it going, buddy?
Well, I can tell you I'm excited for this matchup. I think it's one of those contrast and style sets that you just are, you don't know. I don't know what the betting's going to be. I don't know anything here. Elron has been hitting and BurningIce has been pitching.
Absolutely. I mean, I think both of these guys, Elron and Ice, they were both ranked pretty highly preseason. I consider them both top 5 right now as two big time players in the AAA. They have some history too. Last season they played each other, and I know I've talked to Ice a few times about that series. It's a series he wish he could have back against Elron. Elron pummeled him pretty good, and that's been in the back of Ice's mind through this hot start at the beginning of the season. So I know, Mist, you probably have a warning. You know that you had been going into your series with Ice. Ice had never won a game against you during the season, and I think we're in a similar situation here with Ice and Elron. What do you think?
Well, I think it's a tribute to how well he's playing right now. He's always been a great pitcher, obviously. I don't think my series with him is necessarily the best measure, just because I kind of been getting killed by almost everybody, as it turns out. But he's one of those players that can screw you up for the next 2 weeks. I'm not going to say he did that to me, but he has that ability. I don't know if he could screw up Elron, but Elron's kind of rolling right now. But I would say Elron is kind of he likes velo, and Ice is kind of a master of the mid. He doesn't even need great pitchers. He just needs a little bit of junk and 45 accuracy, and he's good to go.
Absolutely. And with Elron, I know like we were all just like kind of waiting and hoping to see hoping he'd slow down a little bit from last season. Him and Ice, actually, they both got knocked out by Snow. They both had a great end of the year last year. Snowbird, the eventual champion, knocked them both out of the playoffs and gets a couple of good series. So Elron had a late start, but he's been like just flying right off the handle right at the beginning. So we're looking forward to like a really good series. What a scheduled series again by the league office. You can't really, foresight is always like very difficult, but they did a great job for our matchup this week. So we're going to take a few minutes, get ready, and then we're going to bring it right up to you guys. Perfect. And here we go, coming into the Sakura Hills. Big spot for Burning Ice. Big home base, a place I hate playing personally. Just because I know it's you know, unique to Ice. I think of Ice when I think of the stadium. So let's see how Elron looks. The first chance that we get here to see Elron live.
Yeah, this is definitely a stadium that Burning Ice, those speedy outfielders, it's deep everywhere. It's a very symmetrical. I think it's a great choice for him. I actually like this stadium, and so does Coffee. You know, we're more hitters, but it's a fair stadium, but it is fairly deep, which I think does favor Ice and his pitching style as well as his speed in the outfield.
Absolutely, and right away we're seeing some patience by Elron at the plate here. Swung up for the first out, it looks like, right up the middle. Maybe a little bit out of the zone for the first out.
Number 8.
You're going to see a fair amount of curveballs here by Ice. That's his go-to pitch, and right away whacked one of those curveballs as I was saying that, and that ball is gone.
Yeah, that wasn't immaculately located as he usually does. And Elron,
number 9.
Like I said, he looks really good. I noticed in watching him in a few streams this last few days that some of the weaknesses that he showed in his loss to Snow, he seems to have tightened up, but we'll see. This is a really tough pitcher.
And there's the second out, and there's something I want, you know, like as having a pitcher's eye, as you can tell here, Ice has kind of moved away from that curveball right away, and gets the third out there with a changeup, and he started throwing some fastballs there, and that's the kind of the brain of a pitcher right there working, where it's like, all right, my first pitch there, you know, my go-to pitch just got jammed. So he's throwing Elron off with a little bit of pitching magic.
Yeah, and typically Elron wants the velo, but just as you said, Spliffy, you have to at some point react to what's going on in that actual game, no matter what the scouting report says.
Absolutely, and Ice gets that ball right over the third baseman. One of those in the middle kind of plays where the third baseman probably would have made the play without jumping, and detrimental when they do jump there. So let's see what Ice does here with the man on first. Elron working that bottom right corner there, going back to that well again for the third pitch. We're going for the second stolen base here, and it's just impossible to get that guy with the right jump.
Yeah, it seemed like a really good pacing there from the pitcher, and it still wasn't enough.
And again, a pitch in that bottom right corner. That's 4 pitches we saw going right into that bottom right corner. And again, it seems like Elron's setting up over there.
Yeah, unless you're really, really great at catching up, it seems like that lower bottom corner can be an issue for just about anybody.
Angel misses low, 1 and 2. And the second out there, but a great base running by Ice in between again, looking for that opening to get to third base. Any single here is going to score the run.
Yeah, and if you're Elron, you do have to give him third. He's too tricky, and his players are too fast. You don't want to get into that game, except when you really have to.
That ball right down the grill with the red reticle. 2 and 1. Great eye by Ice there. I know he wanted one of those pitches back in the last at bat, and he gets the walk. And again, another ball grilled right down in the middle, and that ball is gone. That ball just kept floating. A 3-run shot.
Oh yeah, I didn't think it was out either, Spliffy, and then it just seemed like it just wouldn't quit.
An unbelievable turn of events. I mean, that just looked like it was like kind of, he slapped that ball. You know, it looked like kind of like a contact slap.
Yeah, but you know, it was kind of center of the plate, and sometimes those will carry.
Absolutely. That was a missed opportunity there by Elron. I don't think he wanted to put that ball there. And wow, what a turn of events. 3-1 in the first inning.
Yeah, and as much as Burning Ice is humble about his hitting, you can't just throw fastballs down the middle to him. He will crush some of those.
Absolutely. And just like that, after the first inning, we have scores from both teams, and we have fireworks right away here. And this ball is decked into right field on a line. We have a single, first man on, lead man, no outs, and let's see what Elron can do.
Good plate coverage. Look at that, Spliffy. That's a wonderful hit.
Absolutely. Fouled off, 2-1. And that ball's dotted. Just a typical Burning Ice sequence there of pitches that just, it's really difficult for any hitter to get used to. I mean, we're not going to see Elron here check it out, but I think it was probably a little bit low as a changeup. It's just hard to stay off of.
It really wasn't a bad swing, but you know, when you catch the inside or the outside of the reticle, it's so much weaker than if you catch even up or down.
Absolutely.
There's another one. You see, it just comes off so weak. He really didn't misreticle it by that much. That's why moving pitches hurt you so much, though, Spiff.
Absolutely. And right away, another lead man on here by Burning Ice. And yeah, I always tell pitchers, anyone that comes to me for pitching advice, one of the big things I tell them is, like, when you're throwing pitches, even when you're throwing pitches low out of the zone, if you pitch that ball into the middle of the zone and low, if they time the ball, it's going to go up the middle every single time. That's a hit. You know, so if you're going to miss on the outsides.
Right. And RNG will try to pull that ball to the middle. That's one thing beginners don't understand. Is you almost have to guard against that ball coming to the, like you said, even if it's above or below, you have to guard against that ball coming to the middle.
Absolutely. And a filthy fastball on the top of the zone struck Ice out for the first strikeout of the game, I believe. This ball is poked, and a diving play to make that play and almost doubles him off.
Good play by Google it there. Looked like it might go up the middle, but didn't really have the juice. Got speed on first.
Absolutely, and that's part of the stress. No trouble there for Elron, but that's part of the stress of playing Ice. You know, it's part of the pressure that he puts on you. That guy, he's at any point he can move that guy and get him to second or even to third if you're not paying attention. And no lead man on this time. The ball's popped straight up for the first out.
46.
And that ball is jammed right up the middle by the pitcher. I'm sure that's one Ice really would want to have back. I'm sure he's like kicking himself for that one.
Center fielder, number 25.
Yeah, it was. I didn't realize it was that low. That was just an unbelievable contact.
Absolutely.
Oh, what a fork ball.
And just constant movement on these pitches. This is one thing about Ice, is that he's going to hit every corner of the plate with every speed. We'll count here. And that ball's hit straight to the center fielder. Had some good contact on that ball. Just Ice got a little bit lucky with it going straight to his center fielder. Swing and a miss for strike one. And that ball is hit on a rope straight to the left fielder, too. A little bit of RNG bad luck here for the help deskers. They're making some good contact on the ball, but no damage, and the Gex still have the 3-1 lead going into the bottom of the third.
Exactly what I was thinking, Spliffy. It's so disappointing to get on a ball against a top pitcher and then have it just, it's almost like you hit it too well.
Absolutely, and then on the other side, talk about the RNG gods here with Ice. It's hard enough when he's bunting the ball, but you know when he's got a bunt single like that, there's not much you can do there. You just gotta like, you know, keep the blinders on, know that you're gonna give some of those up to his fast hitters, and try to get the next guy.
Yeah. We know our boy Burning Ice. He'll take those swinging bunts.
And another ball that just seems to float for a while here, but ends right at the warning track in front of the wall. A little bit lucky there, too. Ice showing a little bit of power here at the plate tonight.
Yeah, been hard in the weight room, apparently, because there's been at least 2 balls that went maybe 20 yards further than expected.
Really nasty changeup there on the inside. That ball's hit like right to the second baseman. 2 outs here. One of Ice's more dangerous hitters here. You got to be careful.
Yep. Yeah, Pickles is tough.
Nope.
And that ball is going to get smoked barely foul. Unbelievable. Strike 3 on the outside corner. That's a dot. That's a Burning Ice type of pitch right there. So that's a great strikeout for the 3rd out there. And here we go into the 4th. And this ball is going to get right by the second baseman. Lead man on here for Elron in the top of the 4th. And I know he's going to want to build off of that. Although Elron has been getting that lead man on more often than not, you know, but Burning is just historic, you know, notorious for having that high left on base. And that ball is left over the middle of the plate and almost a mistake there.
Elron is doing an incredible job of getting that reticle on balls that are very far from the middle. Some strikes, some not strikes, but that's what you have to do against an elite pitcher, and that's actually what I struggle with, is when it starts to get far from that middle, I really struggle getting to the ball, but Elron does not.
Definitely not. Another ball, I think, that Ice left probably didn't want to keep that much over the plate, and no doubt about it from Elron. And here we go. Ice, again, another notorious early mover on his bullpen, has a lot of trust in these 2 big arms that he has, Dude Zavala and Lindsay Island, and right away Dude Zavala's in the 4th inning.
Yeah, he doesn't mess around. As soon as 2 get on, Zavala's coming in.
Absolutely, and just like that, he gets the double play on the incoming pitching.
Typically does. How often
Absolutely.
does he do that? I mean, it seems like every game.
Absolutely. I mean, look at that ERA, that whip, the strikeouts. I mean, this is his dude, you know, like this is the guy that he brings in when he's looking to shut it down.
Yeah, to be honest, dead honest with you, Spliff, it's a victory to have him come in the 2nd or 3rd inning and shut you down, because you've at least gotten him into the game early. I mean,
Absolutely.
That's how tough he is.
Weak grounded ball to the shortstop. Google it, gets it to first base. We got 1 out here.
Number 47, Harley Hardapple.
Changeup for strike 3, nasty in the dirt. Totally had Ice totally fooled there.
That was great location. That's actually not a pitch you want to throw to Ice, but he got it down just enough to
and that ball is thrown into the dirt. It looked like an easy 3rd out there by Google it, but an error on the throw. Man on first. And at the very least, and look at that. Dude Zavala with the hit right up the left with the hit and run going on there, creating a hole.
Oh boy, and now his mojo's up. That's what you did not want.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just one of those, like, again, that RNG, and like look what it turns into. Now it's a dangerous moment. I mean, this is in Ice's territory. A single here is going to score a run. A little bit slow on the base paths, I guess, so maybe not a run, but that play is made anyway, and the speed is too much, and now it's bases loaded here. Based off that one error, we have the bases loaded here with a bunter. So many options from Burning Ice, 2 outs.
Yeah, you have to get out of this. If this was anybody else other than maybe you and Ice.
And there's the bunt.
Oh, no.
Right at the first, it barely makes the play there at first, and just an example of, like, again, Burning Ice is that type of player. He's like got a bunch of tools. You have to be ready for everything, and wow, I thought that looked like the perfect bunt, but even, you know, better play to make the fielding play and to make the throw there.
Yeah, these pitchers are faster this season, though, Spliffy. They've got a fair chance to get to some of those bunts that they didn't used to grab.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11.
Absolutely. It might be fair to say even Burning Ice a victim of his own success there. Some of those speed plays I know were there because of how speed was being used by some of the batters and the fielders from, you know, some of the players in the XBL as well. And the bunt was a controversial play for a while, and I think it's better now. It's in a more balanced spot now than it was before.
I feel the same way. I mean, I've already noticed several times where my this season I've got 60 on all of my pitchers, which is basically about as high as you can go without really paying a toll. Whereas it used to be, I think, 40. And there's a big difference between 60 and 40 getting over to those bunts. I mean, if you lay down a great bunt, you're still going to get a hit, right? But at least they have a chance because it wasn't a perfect bunt.
Absolutely. A little bit of danger here, but Ice gets away, and we have 3-1, bottom of the 5th. We got a tight game here. We had early fireworks in the first inning, and both teams have kind of quieted down since then.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 90, Axel Sawhorse.
Weakly grounded down the third base line, and we have the second out. And here's Jock Pickles again. Again, got to be careful. Even no one on base. I mean, this is just one of his better hitters. He could. I mean, he definitely has the most home runs on his team, I'm pretty sure too. So a run here is big for Ice in any case. Strike 3 with the high heat out of the zone. On to the 6th we go. Not a lot of hits, not a lot of runs. 2 tight teams, top tier teams playing on match of the week. I think the fireworks may be yet to come here. Let's see.
Yeah, as good a pitcher as the Gex are, I find it hard to believe you're going to hold the Deskers down on match of the week for 1 run for the entire game. So done really well so far, though. Had that big home run on a curveball, but Desker's been somewhat quiet since.
And that ball's popped up. Easy play for Dude. Yeah, and you know, I was talking to Bernie and some of the other players in the XBL about our experiences with lag pitches too, and it feels, and with you, Miss, I know you mentioned too that you've been feeling it, and I wonder, I mean, even Ice was telling me, we were scrimmaging before, and he was saying that he was feeling some lag pitches. So I wonder how much of it is affecting him in this game. I'd love to hear from him, you know, post game to see if he was feeling it in this game at all, because it doesn't seem like he's missing much. You know, outside of that fat curveball that he laid to Elron in the first inning, it doesn't seem like he's missing much besides that.
Yeah, and even that one that was about the same as that one. That's a hittable curveball, but it's not a total meatball. You know, some players will throw a bunch of meatballs up there. Someone like Ice, that's about as good a pitch as you're ever going to get.
And this ball is absolutely smoked. Hits the wall on a line, and we have a easy double here. Burning Ice. Oh, sorry. Yeah, tongue twisted here. Burning Ice here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He's got the lead man on second base, no outs. See if he can work on that.
Almost
and a quick bunt. And he stopped at It looks like he's still going to make it there. If Elron was quick enough at third base, he definitely would have caught Burning, but
I don't
there
think
anyway.
I have to assume Elron probably wasn't totally aware of the speed of that runner because that runner was trapped. But a faster runner, I think it actually would have been a smart play to do what he did, which is just go to first.
One of those little things, and this looks like it's gonna. Oh, it bounces! Wow, I thought that ball was gonna get to the first baseman without touching the ground, but no. Burning gets the run across, and it's usually a big run. Anytime Ice gets a run across, it's a huge run for him.
Yeah, and even with a slow runner, anytime Ice gets a leadoff double, you have to assume that run is going to score.
It's a fair assumption to make, absolutely. Dude, Zavala is still working here in the top of the 7th. Easily his best pitcher, his most trustworthy pitcher. He's going to run this guy into the ground, and he gets that first out right away.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 48.
Nice change up there, 2-2. And that ball is crushed into the gap, hits the warning track. That's a double for Elron, and looks like he's got some juices flowing here too. That ball was absolutely whack.
The right fielder, number
Yeah,
38.
again, it wasn't the worst pitch, but that's a pitch Elron can definitely handle. I don't think Ice is happy with that pitch at all.
Definitely not. And 2 quick strikes here. Blows that 97-mile-an-hour fastball by him for the 3rd strike. Gets 2 outs, and that's a big out for Ice. I'm sure he feels a little bit better, and he moves his outfield in shallows. Again, to someone who's notorious for playing around with his infield and outfield, and is able to make that play, gets it to second, throw to first, and that's the 3rd out.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 43.
And
Lily
this is
Birdo.
perfect situation for Ice now. He's still got Lindsey Island lurking there in the bullpen. You know, that's another one of his, I think, you know, he's got that elite cutter coming in from a lefty, and it's just another nasty pitcher. So he's doing great. And he hits that ball right over the shortstop for a leadoff single too. I'm sure he'd love some insurance here.
Yeah, and that's my girl, Lily Turtles, and Heisman's got Gina Scoops. Those are my 2 gals. I keep an eye on those 2 because they're dangerous. Look at her speed.
Wow, with that 99 throw, it looked a little bit closer than I expected it to be, but he gets at second base. And the bunt is going to get right under the glove of the pitcher there. It goes for a single, and just a perfect situation here for Ice. And as I say that, the worst thing that could have happened.
Yeah, that was the worst thing that could happen. Got a terrible reticle pitch, and he lines out. Ouch.
You know,
that's the double play.
That's the curse of being, you know, we're late blooming hitters, me and Ice, you know, and like it's still hard not to get riled up in these kinds of situations. You get a couple quick hits, you got a couple men on base, you got to like calm yourself down a little bit, and we don't get into these situations often relative to other players. And it's just, you know, it's something we have to remind ourselves all the time, is to like get back to the discipline that's got you to this situation. Man on first and third, no outs, and just, you know, take it a pitch at a time. And an amazing pitch there. I don't think anything Ice can do in that situation. It's just a fantastic pitch for the 3rd strike on the inside corner.
She's still in the game. She needs to come out like right now.
And the double steal attempt here by Ice.
Got him in time? Yep.
He did at second base. That was definitely going to be a scored run there if he could have gotten there safe at second base. That was a hell of a throw again by Elron.
That's shocking that Ice didn't turn that runner around back to first. He must have thought he had it.
Absolutely, and we'll have to see.
That was the game, was to turn the runner back around as soon as they throw to second. So that's I mean, I hate to say it, but with someone as cagey as Ice, that's a mistake.
Absolutely, it definitely feels like not the typical Ice play, but we'll have to see if it makes a difference here. 3 runs is definitely in Elron's wheelhouse. Again, Elron waxed Burning Ice last year. I hate to use that word, but that's a pretty, Ice would use the same terminology. He got waxed by Elron late in the season, and this is like, I know Ice is very happy with this 1 run if it ends like this.
Yeah, Elron doesn't seem that far off, but he's been just a hair late on a lot of pitches, which tells you that you're having trouble reading the pitcher.
That ball stroke foul, 2-2. And right on the paint. And he barely fouls that off.
Zavala sucking wind, but he's locked in and ready to go.
Get out of there, full count. You would have to think maybe the last hitter right here. And that ball is absolutely smoked into the gap, right into the wall. It's going to hit the wall off the warning track. And that's a double with 1 out. And yes, I believe it's about that time. But we'll see. Oh, yep, there we go. I mean, you just can't toy at this point.
Yeah, you can't screw around.
And again, look at these numbers. 1.3 ERA, close to 1.18 WHIP.
Oh, that was another match. That's the best you're going to get.
Well, you're not going to get much. And that ball is hit into the gap. And is he going to make that play? No, it's off the bounce. That's going to score a run. But he is able to cut it off, and it makes it 4-2 with 1 out. And Elron is able to do some damage here in the top of the 8th.
That's the problem with a quick bat like Elron, is just cutting it off the plate is not necessarily a recipe for success.
Absolutely. And again, hit into the same spot. And is he going to go for 3? Nope. Burning Ice again. Savvy fielder. It's really hard to get that extra base off someone like Ice. But still, right now, this is the most dangerous situation Ice has seen, and against one of his best relievers as well.
Oh, just missed.
Wow, look like the same. A little wily here. What a changeup. Absolutely buckled. That is a disgusting pitch. I don't care who you are. It is impossible. How do you lay off that pitch in that situation after the pitches you've seen?
You
Just
can't.
nasty.
Yeah, you can't.
Wow. I think Ice got really lucky on that pitch. 3-1. Ball 4 swung and missed. We got a full count. And ball 4. What a funky at-bat that was. Back and forth. But we have a game right here, folks. 1 hit. And just like that.
Oh,
and,
no.
Oh, wow.
Oh, brutal.
Ice with a quick lapse, and they probably didn't know how many outs were there. There's no reason to go to second there, but gets out of it anyway there. Dangerous situation, bases loaded with 2 outs, but Ice is able to take care of it.
Yeah, we've seen that backfire many times. When you make that extra throw you shouldn't, and they bobble it.
Absolutely. And that ball looks like just missed off the bat. I didn't want to say that looked like a pop out based on the kinds of hits we've been seeing today so far, but the sound, it just looked like it had a shot, but no, it was a little bit underneath, I believe. Another ball hits deep into the middle of center field, but we have 2 quick outs here, and this would be great for Elron because he had put a lot of pressure on Ice in the last inning. And nope, that ball is going to be hit and cut off. So a quick single there with 2 outs. Let's see if Ice has any more magic left here before Elron's last shot.
I think Ice is being aggressive, swing at anything. He's got nothing to lose here.
A great play from Elron. And, you know, now that I have a second here, I want to say, like, that throw to first base, I know, like, it's a very underlooked thing, but it's free.
Number 38.
Throwing the ball to first base is free. And when you do that, you get the person at first base thinking about you thinking about them, and that's it. And I don't see enough players on the mound throwing the ball to first base with a fast runner at first. It's free. Why don't you do it? And I like that. I want Elron to do that. I want players to do that against Ice. You know he's going to steal bases. Throw the ball to first base. Even if you don't plan on throwing him out, you know, like, get him thinking about it. And that's, we haven't seen Ice run a lot in this game, or attempt to run a lot. And I think there's a reason for it.
11.
Yeah, he'll run wild if you let him, but if you're smart, he's smart enough to back it off. He doesn't like getting caught.
And Elron here is down to his last out.
Number 27.
Down 2 runs. Should be thinking about
Number
Got
23.
a stimulated player here.
absolutely. And right now you just want to get someone on base, right? I mean, you don't need to do anything crazy here. Get your pitch, get a nice single, give yourself a shot. And no shot there. Ice just doing the burning ice thing with just, again, great pitching that game. Did his damage early, held off Elron, had a little scary moment there in the 8th inning, but was able to do his thing like we know he does when he locks it down, and just a great performance by him.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job by Burning Ice. Elron, you know, he kept digging. He put his head down. He was threatening there a couple times. We almost saw a mistake. We almost saw a forced mistake there from Ice throwing to second when he shouldn't have. That would have been a bobble ball. That would have been bases loaded, and it would have been 4-3. But, you know, this is what we expect from Ice. I think Elron will hit a little bit better in game 2, but you never know with someone like Ice. He could shut him out.
Absolutely, and I think we're gonna see a lot more fireworks in game 2. I mean, I know it. I know Elron too, the type of player he is, where he's gonna see a little bit of the game in game 1, and he's gonna come out, you know, a lot better in game 2. Again, the pressure is on. I think the pressure is always on the winning team. Whoever won game 1, that pressure is on them in game 2. It's up to them to kind of pick it up, and I think we're gonna see Elron like firing when he comes out. So with that being said, we're gonna take a minute or two here, make sure everyone's good to go, and then we'll get back with you guys for game 2. All right, and it looks like we got a game under the lights here at Golden Field tonight, with the help deskers. And you know what they say about the nighttime here, the ball's always flying. I've seen some crazy games at night, even at the biggest stadiums. So we'll have to see if we'll put that theory to the test here in game 2. Ice had a great win in game 1, great pitching, was able to hold Elron down for a majority of the game, did his damage early, and we'll see here if he can get the sweep going. Ooh. But right away here, we have fireworks. Burning Ice saying, what pressure? That's what he's saying. Like, what pressure are you talking about? That's what Burning Ice said. That first pitcher, Lily Turtles, Miss Girl, goes yard.
Yeah, I bumped her up, and she responded, rewarded me with a big shot at the farm here.
Absolutely, and again, Ice looking locked in here. I mean, with that, Elron's got to be careful. I mean, this isn't the same Ice that he saw last season, and I think he's getting a taste of that right now.
Yeah, and 1 run is fine, but on the whole, we need to see a strong start here from the Deskers.
Absolutely, and another ball that is hit down the line, and one of those 50-50 balls for the fielder, and is not able to make it. Another speedy person at first base. And I have a feeling Ice is going to put pedal to the metal here, and a ball just hitting to the ground as good as a bunt. And man on second with one out.
Number 90, Axel Sawhorse.
RBI Hero is activated. That's right, miss. Speed at second base and RBI Hero with off speed. This is one of Ice's favorite situations. And that ball,
Wow.
just one of those ropes. Again, that fastball in the middle of the zone there. It had a little bit of paint, but again, in the middle top of the zone, which is, again, you time it, that ball's going for a single every time or going up the middle every time.
Yeah, and with a bat like Sawhorse, that's not the hardest ball to hit. He got a good whack at it.
And that ball is jammed straight up to the center fielder for the third out. And Gex able to put a run on the board there with a solo shot. 1-0. And we'll see what Elron's got.
Yeah, one's no big deal again, but we need to see a little bit of fire, a little bit of a maybe a 3-1 lead for Elron, just to kind of shake out the cobwebs. We know how well he can hit.
Absolutely, and 2 quick strikes after the first ball. And another nasty low changeup there. Elron's able to foul off 1 and 2. Ooh. Backdoor cutter. I thought it was good. Ump did not, and we have a full count. Off speed, barely. Jock Pickles is able to make the play there at shortstop. He's able to reticle that ball too, but again, straight at the shortstop. Look at that, 87, middle of the reticle. Just not much you can do about that. And that ball is gonna bloop. Game taketh, game giveth. You know what I'm saying, miss? So that's a little bloop for a single.
Yeah, he got crushed on the bad luck and then got a lucky hit. So.
That ball is gonna, evergreen. That diving play is able to make it. I thought that ball was gonna get up the middle, but again, savvy fielding by Burning Ice's defense, something well known for, and you're gonna need more than that to beat him.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 47, Harley Hardapple.
That's a strike. Strike.
2 quick strikes. Going right at Ice there. Slider misses low and in. And that ball is bobbled, and a speedy player gets the first base. Another one of those Burning Ice, typical Burning Ice hits that not much you can do about if he gets the bat to the ball. Amazing pitch on the outside. That changeup is just filthy. That's a filthy pitch to throw in that situation. Difficult for anyone to hit.
Yeah, we've seen Ice. He's not throwing a lot of changeups, which makes it much more effective when he does throw it.
Absolutely. And this play is going to be made in fair territory, and we have still a 1-0 lead. Kind of similar to game 1 with less runs, I would say, but still, just like it feels like 2 players that are just a little bit weary of each other, and just lacking that one major breakout moment for Elron, I think.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 48.
And that ball is hard hit to the third baseman for the second out, and
Fielder, number
Ice is really close to having another clean inning here. His pitcher only having thrown 17 pitches, which is great for any kind of game. Averaging 10 or less pitches an inning is lovely, I would say, as a pitcher.
Ooh, that was a hittable.
Absolutely. Pitch on the inside, full count, 2 outs.
That had to be a lag pitch there.
Definitely. And that had some great contact on it, but not quite enough to Lily Turtles there. No damage done. Speak of the devil.
Lily Turtles.
And that ball just absolutely smoked into left field.
Yeah, right, dotted on the corner, but she just threw her bat at it.
Number 1.
Now you got speed on first.
Evergreen.
And there's a stolen base attempt with the 99 throw. No shot, though, Lily Turtle says. What are you thinking? And again, another situation with this time, similar situation to last game, but Elron goes to the third, and this time Burning is able to bait that throw with a much faster runner. And this ball, oh boy! Again, a lapse in judgment by Elron. Should have known that there was a lot of speed from first base, and that double play was not going to be able to be turned. And again, scary situation. Ball thrown right down the pipe there too. Just scary right now for Elron. No outs, bases loaded, lots of speed.
You need some kind of a home to first here because it is going to get ugly fast.
And that ball is going to result in a run. The throw is going to be offline, and all the runners are going to advance there.
The shortstop, number 22.
And if you're Elron here, you just want to, oh boy, ooh, what can we say there? A little bit lucky there for Elron. Red reticle, looked like a good pitch. Yeah, Ice is not that far from breaking it open here. You just got to be careful here because you have the bat to come back. You can't let Ice get in your head too much here.
Yeah, one big out could cover up a lot of stink here on the defensive side of the ball if you could just get it.
Elron moving fast here. And that ball's grounded to the shortstop. Easy play to be made. Gets out of damage there.
Massive out.
We have a little freezy McBoo.
Could be a crash.
All right, guys, flash bet. Does he drop the ball at first base or does he catch it? Your life depends on it. Definitely hold with us here while we try to figure out what's going on with the feed. It might be the game or the feed. We're not sure yet here.
It sounds like Elron is saying a game crash.
A game crash. Ah, yes, Metalhead gracing us again with good fortune here.
I think Dwayne may have stepped away. Once he comes back in here, we'll get to an intermission, and we'll figure this out and probably end up bunting to some point in the game.
All right, back to the game. Welcome back, XBL. We are back to game 2 of the doubleheader here, where we had Burning Ice and the Gex win game 1, and we had a little disconnect problem, but we have recreated with a little bit of magic and a little bit of patience with our players here. We have recreated the game. It is a different time of the day. That's the only thing that's different here. Everything else should be exactly the same down to locked in. So here we go, game 2. Gex got a 2-0 lead, bottom of the third. Let's see if Elron can get it back here. Filthy changeup. That changeup's been working for Burning Ice like all day today. And he gets a strikeout there. Elron just a little bit of a defensive swat at the ball, which is all you can really do. And Trash 3 starting pitcher, as you can see, Burning Ice cares a lot about his starting pitchers. So Trash 3 is one of the more talented Trash starting pitchers in the rotation. He's got a lot of junk, and it's just really hard to see the ball sometimes from this guy. Nice, got that big swooping kind of curve and slider, and then he gets you with that inside straight ball. So, and that ball is reticled but swung early. And Ice is able to get out of that unscathed.
The right fielder, number 21, Victor Meadows.
That's a strike. Ball, that's inside. Strike.
Nice changeup there, low. Ice was looking for the fastball for sure. Misses there for 2-2. Looking for that corner dot. That is a dot. And Ice is able to swing that off. Another dot curveball. That's a strike looking. Filthy pitch. Hard to lay off of. And just again, one of those kind of like dot pitches. You know, there's no other way to describe it.
Yeah, Elron just needs to hang in here. It's still only 2-0.
Number 22.
Plenty of capable of putting up some big runs here.
Absolutely. And another changeup there. Really good location, but Ice is showing a good eye here early in the game.
That's a strike.
Right down the pipe.
That's time. Take your base.
Oof.
And a little bit, I'm not sure if that was a bit of a lag situation there or not for Elron, but it just seemed a little bit careless in that at-bat, or maybe just didn't want anything to do there. And there's just a looping ball there, and that's going to bring men to second and third with 2 outs. Great base running by Ice. He had a speedster at first base. And Elron, a little bit of danger here.
Yeah, he's in another situation. He has to wiggle out of this. You don't want to be facing a 4 or 5 run Ice lead here.
Oof. Fouled off. And that ball is just not enough to get over the shortstop, out of the zone, got Ice to chase, and is able to get out of that unscathed. 2-0 still going to the bottom of the 4th.
Shortstop spun around before grabbing that ball. That's a big out nonetheless.
Ball inside.
That ball's hit pretty hard, but straight to the shortstop for the first out. I'm not sure if that was in the zone either. No, it was. Great pitch by Ice.
Nope, that's low. Ball, that's inside.
Another ball's hit squarely, but straight to the center fielder. And
Second baseman, Number 9.
I'm gonna take the second to say, listen, if you're in the crowd today, and as Elron, another prolific hitter, hits another pop up to Ice. Ice doesn't have. Ice isn't some like electric showman on the mound, right? He like the fastest ball he's gonna throw is by Dude Zavala at like 90, 99 miles an hour. Maybe 100 when Rally Stopper is activated. There's nothing flashy about his game. It's a lot of looping balls. It's a lot of moving balls. But like this is his art, you know. This is what makes him an elite player. It's like he bores you to fucking death, you know. He puts you to sleep, and it's like a slow grind. It's like a frog slowly boiling in water, right? Before you know it, it's the 7th inning. You've sprayed 5 or 6 hits with no runs, and it just feels like you've played 18 innings already. It's just slowly going on, and that's an art. That's a skill. And up until now, he hasn't really had much of a bat to back that up, and now he does, and that's what makes him a premier player. As he hits that ball right over the right fielder, which for some power.
Now batting.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, Spliffy, there is a lot of pitchers that can locate really well, which is what Ice does. But having that knack for where to throw the ball and what the batter is leaning toward, it really is an art form. It takes a long time with this game to really hone that in, and some people never do.
Is your slugger feeling sluggish? Get beat.
Absolutely, and I love it. I love seeing like a fellow pitcher in prime time, showing the world what it's like. Elron again, not he's 7-1. He's putting up runs. This is a guy he's gonna be in it in the very end. He's gonna be in the last 4 or 5 guys remaining. And you're seeing just 2 like really well pitched games against like a prolific hitter. Elron is able to muscle that ball up the middle there. Got the lead man on this time, and again, it's been a little bit more rare this game to get that lead man on. But let's see if Elron can do something with this. He desperately needs to get something going here against Ice. Ice is not that far away from getting on fire here. I'm surprised this pitcher is not on fire yet. And that ball, again, is bolted up the middle for a single.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And here we go.
Dude
Mr. Dude sniffs the danger, runs towards the fire. It's Mr. Dude Zavala.
You bet that's a strike.
Look at that jump.
Strike.
Absolutely. Just don't know what's coming at you right now. And that looks like it could be a double play ball. And can he get it? He does. Unbelievable. Like clockwork. Just like the first game. Pretty sure he turned a double play as soon as he came in.
Yeah, he pretty much does that every time. I mean, it's his thing.
No.
Couple of balls in the zone there that could have gone down the line. A little bit late, and follows up with the 91-mile-an-hour cutter. And Dude does the Dude thing. Stamps the fire out.
The right fielder, number 21, Victor Meadows.
2-0, top of the 6th. Just foul.
Nope, no.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Elron able to keep this game close with his pitching. So he still has a lot of hope in this game. It doesn't feel like it, maybe. But he's already got Zavala in this game, 22, so this is not over for Elron by any means.
Absolutely, 2 runs, and I know Ice is probably thinking the same thing, that 2 runs isn't. He's not really happy with 2 runs either. But I hope because one of the things that we tend to do as pitchers is maybe lean off, get off the gas pedal a little bit as hitters when we get the lead. When we should still be as aggressive as possible, and Ice has to make sure that he gets those at bats in, because Elron's just 1 or 2 hits away. And just like that, you know, lead man on again. That's the second time in a row he's got the lead man on. So Elron is kicking right now. He's looking to strike, and you got to be cognizant of that now.
Number
As Burning
16.
Ice.
Nope, inside.
And a well-placed bunt there to move the runner over to second base. That's just as well as you can do it on the first base line.
25.
Skips the double play, gets the man in scoring position with one out. Can he cut it in half?
That's outside. That's a strike.
Great pitch on the inside. And a cutter that he is able to get right over the second baseman. It was an amazing pitch, a better hit. You know, I mean, you can't do much about that. That was just like on the inside, but it was just muscled over the second baseman.
No vertical on that second base. I don't know if she jumped to the side perhaps by accident, but she didn't get off the ground.
Absolutely, and another blooper here, and a
but now she
diving
goes.
play made by Evergreen, and my lord, again making up for the play right before. Whatever that jump was doesn't matter. Back to even here, and he's able to almost get out here. Let's see.
Yeah, her ears were burning and her legs burned Elron Coin.
And another play straight to Evergreen, who's able to make that play. Hard hit ball to the second baseman.
Number 55.
And wow, I
Radical.
mean, it's just a bit of a roller coaster right now, and we're still just, oh wow, again, before I can even say anything, a ball's just gapped into the right field, and it's a quick double here by the Gex, and now it looks like the game is opening up a little bit. Even though we haven't had any runs, it looks like the bats are coming alive a little bit on both sides.
Yeah, that was a gift curveball, visible, almost right down the middle.
Absolutely, and again, another perfectly, both these teams playing that small ball right now, showing you guys the fundamentals and how the game is played. So let's see if we can continue that trend. And yes, he is able to, and get the single. Forget the sacrifice. Just one of those dribblers, you know, just one of them missed. You know how it is.
Absolutely smoked that single there. Burning Ice.
And a double play looking ball here. He's safe with a red reticle throw, overthrow. Got a little bit lucky, I think. And the inning goes on.
That's a strike.
Smoke down the left field. Oh, barely foul. Wow.
Nope, no.
Red reticle base barely misses. That ball is going to be a strike.
You're out.
Too much for Lily there, and on to the bottom of the seventh. Now Elron, you know, this is
Ball.
got to start looking here to make some noise.
No, inside. Strike.
You know, Zavala is losing that stamp slowly as well, and ooh, that just nasty looping change. It just like drops. The bottom drops out. And look at that. Look at that location.
Yep.
I mean, again, 50-50 chance the game calls that a strike.
Strike.
You flip a coin. They might call it a strike, they might not. I've seen it called both ways, but you can't let it go. You know, you can't let the game decide.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the cumulative effect of Ice's pitching starting to wear down Elron Coin. Even when he gets a pitch now, it just gets that much tougher when you're struggling.
Strike. No.
Elron showing a little bit of discipline here and is able to make big contact with that straight up the middle. Almost takes off dude Zavala's head in the process. And he's got a man on here. Can he make some magic with 2 outs?
He did point a favor there with a straight fastball down the middle, right at the eye line, and he laid into it.
Oh, and that
one.
ball is jacked up. Maybe a mistake pitch, maybe a hubris pitch. Doesn't matter. 2-run shot with 2 outs. And my lord, just like that, we said it, 2 swings. And this is a game now. You can't make a mistake like that to Elron right down the middle.
Yeah, he threw 2 of them down the middle, and he got burned twice.
Absolutely. And again, like I don't know if that, Ice typically, I mean, even in this game, it looks like he's been locating really well through a couple of those right down the pipe, and it's just not a typical Ice pitch. But again, leaning on Zavala, 4 or 5 innings at this point, it's tough. And Evergreen is able to make a diving stab at the ball and throw out for the 3rd out. And geez, just like that. I mean, what an exciting turn of events. 7th inning, bringing us some action here. And I think Ice probably got a little bit lucky in that inning to get out of trouble with Zavala.
Yeah, and, I badmouthed Evergreen. And ever since then, she's been going nuts, saying, "Hey, it's not all Lily Turtles on this team. What about me?"
That short right field is always a little bit scary when you got that high pitch, high fastball combo between the pitcher and the hitter, but he's able to get out of that. We got 2 outs here. Certainly feels like, as we got the caster curse here. I was gonna say, Elron's got a bit of momentum here. He wants to be careful, obviously, here now. Don't give it back, but if he can get out of here quickly with no damage, I think the momentum is still squarely on his side.
Pickles is not really who you want up there, so you need to be careful.
You bet that's a strike.
Oh yes, Golden Field much smaller than Bengala. Oh, much. I mean, for sure smaller. I don't know if much.
And like Coin.
Absolutely, Coin wasn't going to get fooled by that at that point in the game. And I'm not a big, I'm not a huge fan of that from Ice either. When you just put up some runs, you're doing well, you got someone on. I mean, these are short left and right fields. One good swing, the ball's gone, and you have a couple runs, but you're just running into outs there.
Now batting, number 43.
No, outside.
And that ball, just a tough ball to lay off of, outside of the zone, just weakly slapped.
That's a strike and a half, my
And
friend.
here you go, 97 from Lindsay Island. Welcome to the island. We're all trapped on it now. Bloops right to the 3rd baseman.
Yeah, so hard not to get sucked into that with that much junk.
Ball inside.
Looks like it's right down the middle, and it's 2 feet off the plate.
For sure.
Nope. That's a strike.
Gone for a strike. And Elron turns on that changeup. That's a great pitch there. Just better hit.
Yeah, it's theoretically a great hit, but I don't give Elron anything he can reach there, and that was the mistake.
True. Absolutely.
That's down. Down. That's a strike.
Gutsy pitch.
And that ball is hit right up the middle again. Some more 2-out drama here from Elron. And I don't think Ice has been doing himself any favors here either, getting himself into these deep, 3-ball, 3-1 counts.
Nope.
He's gonna be really careful here. Again, one big swing here. The game turned on his head.
Inside.
And right away, 2-0.
You bet that's a strike.
Oh, he wants it back.
That's down. Strike.
Change up.
Ball four, take a base.
Oh, he laid. What an at bat.
Unbelievable eye.
The 3rd baseman, number 5.
Ball.
Really dangerous spot here. 2-1 hitters count.
That's a strike.
Swings right through that ball. 2-2. and hits that ball right up the middle. That's going to be at least 1 run. Is Elron going to send the guy? No, he is not. And that is a tie game. Clutch hitting. Ball went right down the middle. Ice must want that pitch back so badly. And again, the danger's not over here. 2 outs. Elron can still do something here. 1 big hit. He blows it wide open. 1 little hit, and he takes the lead. Oof.
I thought it was the right idea, Spliffy, but he left it on the plate too much.
Oh my Lord. Well, that's the kind of play that's got to happen right there. I mean, I've seen that play go through the third baseman as well, but that time the third baseman made it, and we're stuck at 3-3.
We've seen that go literally right through the third baseman. It didn't happen there, and the Gecks are happy about that. But now they're going to have to do a little bit of bat work.
Absolutely. This is the danger of that strategy. I mean, it looks like Gex get their lead man on right here. Dangerous for Elron Coin. But yeah, that's one of the risks of how Burning Ice plays his game, is that he brings his 2 best relievers in, and they're in early, and now he's leaning on Lindsay Island, and we don't know how long she's got either, because she got knocked around here in the last inning.
Yeah, we've got a submariner in here. That last pitch was the worst pitch you can possibly throw, which is a cutter running right across the middle. And he gave up a single. So let's see if Firewall can find his bearings after a tough start.
He threw those 2 strikes right down the grill. Gotta be really careful.
That's the elite change.
Blows that by Ice with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, the Gecks want that one back, but too late. Maybe thinking about that elite change, possibly, Spliffy.
Absolutely. And, the ball answers foul. Unbelievable. That could have been danger right there.
Now he's coming elite change.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I am an elite change simp here, and I know hitters like Ice, who are very, they're pattern hitters too. This is very problematic for him, but he catches Ice here on the pickoff attempt, but Ice is able to diddle him halfway in typical Ice fashion, and goes again on the next pitch, and that's Ice. That's Ice in a nutshell. You want to know Ice? Here you go, Burning Ice. Public, world, this is Burning Ice for you. Look at him just dancing between second and third, too. He just seeing what you're going to do at shortstop, just like checking it out, and then makes the play. So,
yeah, if we know one thing about Burning Ice, is he is not going to put his trust in his bats.
Definitely not. That's part of his bag of tricks, is just putting pressure on you wherever he can. And that ball is just barely swung on early or late and down the right field line. And he's going to take a second here. He knows he could have done better.
And now you have to almost throw the changeup or maybe a curve. Going fastball. Ooh, got it up. That was a good pitch.
Ice lays off. This is one of those mistakes.
That ain't it.
Not a mistake pitch per se, but one of those pitches where it's just, you time it right and it's going up, and Ice definitely timed. What a clutch piece of hitting there by Ice.
Yeah, you've got to give full credit to the hitter. I'm not sure that would have been my selection on pitch, but he located it as good as you possibly can.
For sure, and is able to get the pitcher to swing out here. Ice keeps his pitcher in. He's going to go with the flow here with his third pitcher and gets that clutch run early. We'll see if he can take care of business here. And strike 1 in the top left corner.
Yeah, and this is a hittable pitcher. I mean, of course, in the hands of Ice, she's tough, but this is a hittable pitcher.
And that ball is not going to make it over the second baseman there. Evergreen been very busy here towards the second half of the game. That was probably the easiest play she's made tonight, and is able to get that first out. Big looping curveball. He's just nibbling now. He knows one swing and he gets it. Just Elron swinging outside of the zone there. Probably wants that back for the second out.
Yeah, he can't get a pitch to hit. he has no pinch hitters worth a darn.
Now batting, number 23.
Ball outside. Outside.
2-0.
Nope, that's high. Ball, take a base.
Interesting. Now if he bombs, you're dead.
Absolutely, and this is the type of place now where Ice he'll walk multiple people before he gives you a swingable pitch.
Yeah. He's not going to see a good pitch, or at least 6 or 8 more pitches.
And he gets one there, and
Right
Ice it goes
corner.
right over the second baseman, and a little bit of life here now for Elron. He's got the tying run at second base, the winning run at first, and just the gapper here.
Boy, that's insane.
Absolutely, barely. Evergreen was almost able to make that play, was not able to. We got some drama, high drama here, four-bar pressure, and we got a little bit of a pause here, perhaps checking who's behind this hitter, maybe, and gets a dribbler right to the pitcher to end the game, ends the threat, is able to get the sweep on the help deskers. 2 top 5 teams battling it out. Ice ends here with the revenge from last season, where he was the one that got swept. He's able to do the sweep this time around, and show us really again what makes him like a really special player, and that's the pitching in the right situation, pitching in the right context, and just keeping you on your toes like the entire game.
Yeah, anytime you can make Elron look very, very mortal over the course of 2 games, you've done something. And we saw how difficult it was to get him to even throw a pitch other than dead corner or off the plate. It's almost impossible. Coyne did a good job of getting on a few of those, but I mean, you can only hit so many of those. But what a great series, really good. I want to congratulate both players for putting on a good show for us.
Absolutely. We were looking forward to some fireworks, getting a chance to see Elron in action for the first time, getting to see close up what Burning Ice, what all the hoopla is about. Obviously, the pitching, it speaks for itself, and we were able to see a lot of the clutchness in live. And again, Ice, someone that is looking more and more dangerous every week. I think he's slaying giants out there. I'm not looking forward to facing him, even though I face him a lot during, after hours. I know it's going to be a grueling fight, and it's probably going to be important at the end of the season, but it's the type of style that like is gonna last for him. It's they always say in the NFL, they talk about like having an away proof defense or an away proof team, which is a team that can like have the consistency, can go into the opposing stadium and have a game plan and have it work out. And Ice is one of those players where like that's the last thing you want to see is him hitting the ball around, hitting home runs, hitting gappers. It's just like kind of a scary sight for the rest of the season, for the rest of the field in the AAA.
Yeah, well, sure. Any pitcher giving up less than 2 runs a game is going to be absolutely murderous to play because, you can get lucky for a couple runs, but Ice has been putting up, 3 or 4, which is more than he used to do, and now it's hard to get, certainly extremely hard to get 4 against him. As we saw here, that last game was 3-4. It came up short.
Absolutely. And Elron, like, he's been hot this year. We were looking forward to seeing how he plays some of the other giants in the division and how the rest of the season is going to play out. It's been a great season so far. We are in week 4 and kind of like just chugging on. So yeah, no, this was an awesome series, Mist. I love being with you. I'll always love casting these games with you, with another fellow AAA head. And yeah, we have another great series coming up for you guys too. And looks like 25 minutes from now, we got XBL coming up. A big matchup between Dark Raider and Dynasty. Another rematch from last season. They played each other last season. Had a split as well. Very close games. We're looking forward to another great close series between the two of them. Another great pitcher and another great hitter. going at each other. So if you got anything else to say, Miss, it was great for me, and I'm gonna kick it to you for the final word.
I'm just gonna say get in here and support Dynasty and Dark Raider. They're both, they're struggling a little bit this season, but these are players that I think are going to be really exciting playing against each other, because we kind of get what we got right here, which was a bit of a contrast in a hitter and a pitcher. And it's probably 50-50 in the casino. So I think it's going to be a really exciting set.
Absolutely, completely agree. It was great being with you guys, and we'll see you guys in 30 minutes.